kind of like item. Can we just like acknowledge the deal on this, by the way? $24, you get a live stream deal on these tops. I cannot discuss the quality enough. I have them in both colors because I got the black one and realized I needed the white one as well. It's more of like a champagne color, if you can see, but I'm very attracted to shiny clothing, especially for basics, because this is just like a material and kind of like a texture that will never ever go out of style. It's trendless, meaning it will never be out of style because it's such a classic. So something like this you can do with like a crazy statement dress. And again, like it's kind of like up to you if you gravitate more towards like white or lighter colored basics or darker colored basics. Personally, I kind of ebb and flow between light and dark. So again, that's why I decided to get both. And if you guys can tell, I don't know how to even show you on live, but this shirt, like the quality of it, and I'm not really familiar with Billie the label until I started shopping on Verishop, but this brand has some of the most high quality basics that you can find. I'm just obsessed with this, and the kind of like higher, more subtle collar makes this piece so versatile. And I've also styled it by flipping the collar inside of the shirt, so you just kind of have like um, more of like a plain like collarless look, but you can achieve that with these tops. Again, like I have it in this beautiful champagne color and this black color. And again, like you can style these in any way. And if you also love vintage like me, this would be an amazing time. I'm going to show some examples. So I have this vintage slip dress here. I live in slip dresses in the summer. I actually posted a story about that on my Instagram today because, again, it's 95 degrees out in New York. We can't be messing around. So I would pair maybe like a simple vintage slip dress, and when it's not 95 degrees out, throw one of these on top just for, something like a little bit more nighttime, like going out kind of vibe. And that would be how I would style this, mixing vintage with new. And I really, I know I sound like a broken record, but really think about the cost per wear when you're investing in your clothing pieces. So, like, if you're going to spend, for example, this is on sale for $25 if you buy through my live right now. If you wear this like what, 5 times, that's like $5 per wear. But you're gonna wear it more than 5 times because it goes with everything. You can like this. You can style this again with any aesthetic, really. And something else I've seen that I really want to try is this kind of like DIY trend where you take two. It's kind of like giving the effect right now, but you take two button ups and layer them and kind of like use the top one to button in the back one. So it's like a two-toned top. So I think that's really fun as well, just to kind of like play around and style your pieces in ways that you normally wouldn't think about, because that's really what's going to help you hone in on your personal style and figure out what you like naturally gravitate towards. But we all need basics, we all need classic pieces in our wardrobe to help extend the life of our statement pieces, right? Or maybe you dress more minimalistic and more kind of like functional. I really think that, I mean, again, I've said this before, I've talked about these tops so many times because I'm obsessed with them. But I think like if you could get anything today that is going to extend your wardrobe and make it work for you so much more, it would be one of these really beautiful Billie the Label, like silk satiny shirts. And something else that I look for when I'm thinking about, styling my classics or purchasing my classic is the material. I've mentioned this before, but I'm super into like anything that's like kind of shiny or gives this like um, satiny finish, because first of all, I think it just looks so much more luxurious and so much more like elevated than like if this was just like cotton and more matte. But I love the kind of like silky effect. I think it just makes you look so much more like refined, and it's a super easy switch to do. Like you can, you can get this in like cotton if you're more into matte, but I personally prefer like something a little bit more shiny like this. But I'm going to pull a couple more pieces and talk more about styling. So this next item is, again, like uh, one of my favorite pieces of all time that I've purchased on the Verishop app, because again, like I love elevated basics and I love the idea of elevated basics, but something else that cannot recommend enough is Gani. So I've talked about Gani before on Verishop, but Gani is one of my favorite brands that they sell, because I mean, I've been a Gani girl. Like if you follow Gani or the brand, there's like a little hashtag Gani girl. Oh, thanks, Erin.